Yo, it's your boy, the Ghetto Wrestling Fan, and I'm back with another video. What's up? Happy New Year's, and I'm glad to see everybody is still here. Now, I know this is a late video for SmackDown. I'm responding to this Dookie Juice and reacting to the show, which I'm not really going to do the whole show. I'm just going to point out key things that I liked about the show, or not even that I liked, key things that happened last Friday on SmackDown. You see, last Friday on SmackDown, I was kind of watching SmackDown, but it was so boring that I cut it off, and I ended up start watching something else, and it was so uninteresting that I didn't even do the review last week. I skipped the review, ladies and gentlemen. I know they're like, he didn't do the review this week. No, I just didn't. I didn't want to do it. I'm just gonna be honest, because to tell you the truth, nothing really happened. It was a mid-trash show. My opinion, it was trash. WWE Universe opinion, it was mid or good or whatever the hell they think that Triple Far be booking. I don't know. But you can tell he tried to put his all in it. He tried to stack the card with a whole bunch of matches. This was the first 3-hour show to start off the year of Friday Night SmackDown. But anyway, let's get into it. So we had Randy Orton return and attack The Miz after The Miz was trolling and ranting to start the show off. That wasn't entertaining. I'm sorry. And to be honest, I wasn't really excited to see Randy Orton, because Randy Orton haven't done anything in the year 2025 but job out and look at Cody's belt. All he did was look at Cody's belt and job out the whole year and just disappear. Like, and then I don't like this new Randy Orton that just hugs and say he love everybody and want to be friendly. I like the Viper, the Randy Orton that was punting people in the head and putting people on the shelf. That's the Randy Orton I want. Not just somebody who just come do the RKO and hug and dance and say he love everybody. No, that's not the character that I like. I fell in love with when it came to Randy Orton. I don't want to see that. That's not entertaining. Anyway, moving on. We get to another part of the show that I thought it was kind of dope. Trick Williams is now pushed up to the main roster. He's on SmackDown. Trick Williams, he comes out and he cut a fairly decent promo with Sami Zayn. He did. Trick Williams got a lot of potential. I could see it. He got a lot of potential. He kind of over cocky with it, but if he can kind of grow and direct himself a little bit more, Trick Williams could be one of the top players on SmackDown. And we don't know what's going on with Tommaso Ciampa. I think Tommaso Ciampa might be leaving the WWE. There's rumors all over the vlogs that he's not re-signing with WWE when his contract is done. So Johnny Gargano had a match with the new United States champion, Carmelo. And he's part of the tag team with Tommaso Ciampa, DIY. Tommaso Ciampa did not appear last week on SmackDown to support Johnny Gargano in a match with Carmelo Hayes, so that's kind of weird. But anyway, moving on, we got Julia. She won a United States title back, which that match, after going back and watching it, was trash. It was absolute Dookie Juice and a waste of time. And when I was going through and look at a couple of things to make this video, I realized why I didn't even do the video last week in the first place. This stuff is Dookie Juice. Anyway, moving on, and we get into the Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre little rivalry, a promo, wherever Triple Far is supposed to be doing. I feel like they just doing anything now. Just because you disrespecting Dusty Rhodes, you trying to make the rivalry real personal and real gritty. He comes out, he burned the picture with Cody Rhodes and Dusty Rhodes just to be disrespectful, and it's just overly corny. Like, they can't put these guys over with good writing and good booking and good promos, so they got to go to the extreme and do some off the wall disrespectful bullshit just to try to get us even interested in this match. This is gonna be Drew McIntyre ninth, and forgive me if I'm wrong, this is gonna be Drew McIntyre ninth attempt at the WWE Championship. And we all know he's not going to win next week on Friday Night SmackDown, whenever they supposed to be having this match. He's not going to win, so you completely just wasting our time. This whole little setup is corny and is not entertaining. It's stupid. Cody Rhodes has been one of the worst WWE champions we have had in years. Drew McIntyre is already buried. He had the potential to really be a main event player, but they buried him. There's nothing else there. At this point, you guys just forcing it on everybody. It's not entertaining. That's why I didn't do the show. That's why I skipped the show last Friday. I didn't want to waste my time making no video about Dookie Juice, because that's exactly what it was. It was Dookie Juice last week. None of this stuff is entertaining. I don't know. Maybe it's entertaining to somebody else. It's not entertaining to me at all. This stuff is trash. It's not entertaining, and it's a waste of time. And that was the first SmackDown of 2026. It's crazy saying that now. And it was a 3-hour event, and it was just 3 hours of Dookie Juice. 3 hours of wasting my time. 3 hours of poor booking by Triple Fraud. So there you go. I don't like to. I really don't like to miss weeks in a review, because I want to do a review every week. But the show was so garbage that I couldn't really even get into it. I couldn't really get into doing a video. So I apologize to the people who do watch my content and support my content. I apologize to you guys, but I couldn't do it. I just didn't feel like doing it. I wasn't in the mood. And to tell you the truth, I didn't even watch the whole show of SmackDown last week. I watched a couple minutes and cut it off because it was Dookie Juice. It was absolute Dookie Juice. There's other things to watch besides a poor book show and an overhyped show. The ambulance match between Damian Priest and Aleister Black was mid. I went back and watched that match, and it was so boring I cut that off too. I wasn't entertained. For one, I'm not a fan of Damian Priest. I don't like Damian Priest. And Aleister Black, he all right, but it just wasn't entertaining. That match was boring to me as well. I know I'm being hard on the content. Some people probably thought it was a dope match. It wasn't a dope match to me. They tried to pull off an Emily's match and tried to make it a stream. No, you just don't got it. I'm sorry. It's not there. You just don't got it. I'm sorry. But it's your boy, the Ghetto Wrestling Fan. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll be coming with more videos. Make sure you subscribe and comment. And I'm out. Peace.